The Taliban have marked a year since they took over the Afghan capital of Kabul. The rapid takeover triggered a hasty escape of the nation's Western-backed leaders, and it sent the economy into a tailspin and fundamentally transformed the country. NDP MP and immigration critic Jenny Kwan says there is a stark difference between the federal government's treatment of those fleeing the Taliban and those fleeing the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Since last year, Canada has resettled 17,300 Afghans and not the 40,000 that the government promised. But since the start of this year, government statistics show that 71,800 Ukrainian refugees have come to Canada. Ms. Kwan is calling on the government to do more to help bring in Afghans who helped Canada. Well, joining us now is Ms. Jenny Kwan herself, MP for Vancouver East. Ma'am, welcome back to Forum Daily.
Thanks for having me.
Now, we mentioned you point to a stark difference between how the government has treated Ukrainian refugees and Afghan refugees. So can you tell us a little bit more about this difference that you've noticed?
Well, the Canadian government rightfully acted swiftly to bring Ukrainians to safety when they're faced with this unprovoked, unlawful war from Russia. And since that time, a large number of Ukrainians have made it to Canada, and that's a good thing. But what's happening with Afghanistan is unbelievable, and to me is disgraceful. The Canadian government is abandoning, in many ways, many of the Afghans who helped Canada, who served Canada, were part of Canada's mission abroad, and we're not bringing them to safety. And to me, this is not acceptable. I have to ask the question, why is there such differential treatment between supporting Ukrainians versus that of Afghans? And, you know, some of the witnesses, in fact, who showed up at our special committee for Afghanistan or our standing committee on immigration outright call this discrimination, outright are saying that the government should not be treating Afghans and Ukrainians in this different way. In fact, Canada should be providing the same immigration measures to Afghans to bring them to safety. The issue is urgent, the situation is dire, and we need to take action now.
Now, we know Immigration Minister Sean Fraser has been responding to some of these concerns. Now, he's saying the stark difference is because Ukrainian refugees are coming on a temporary basis compared to the Afghan refugees coming here more permanently. So is that enough reason to have such a large discrepancy in numbers?
Well, that's just an excuse, right? The government can extend the same immigration measures to Afghans as what they have done to Ukrainians. Afghans can come to Canada on a temporary basis as well. And some of them may well return back to Afghanistan. They hope that one day that they would be able to do so. Now, we know that Ukrainians who've come, they come on a temporary basis as a visitor. Some of them have decided, and the government has said to them, if you choose to make Canada your permanent home, here's a pathway to do so. They've given them that room and that leverage and that decision for them to make. But here, for Afghans, the government is saying no, they're not offering them the temporary visitor's visa as an option. They're just outright saying, no, that's not available to you. You know, I actually have been advocating for students too, by the way, students who actually got a scholarship here in Canada. And these are girls who got a scholarship here in Canada. They make their visa application to Canada to come and study. Their study is paid for, but they get rejected. Why? Because the immigration officer says, I don't believe you're going to return to your country of origin. Well, they may, or, you know, they may well return to their country of origin, because some of them have actually said that they want to return because they want to bring the knowledge that they have gained here from Canada back home so that they can assist people in their own communities. So, but, you know, that room for them to make that decision is not even afforded to them. So I don't accept the Minister of Immigration's point of view to say that these are two different scenarios. Well, they're two different scenarios because the government's offering them two different streams. They're only offering the visitors visa stream to Ukrainians. They're not offering that stream to Afghans. If they did offer that same stream to Afghans, they may well find that there will be people who will be interested in coming to Canada on a temporary basis. And the government can then also say to them, here's the temporary stream that you can come for up to 3 years. And after that, if you decide you want to stay in Canada, there's also a pathway for you to gain permanent resident status. Why not offer them the same, exactly the same policy?
Lots to consider as the situation develops. Ms. Kwan, thank you again for joining us today.